Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we are looking at X-Men issue 25, and we are looking at trading card variant, which is based off the Jim Lee's cards in the early 90s, and this is Kitty Pryde. Very nice. So this issue is once again bigger than a standard issue. It has a lot more in it. And there is a Jean Grey series coming out as well very soon, which is cool. Now, for me, Fall of the X is absolutely brilliant. I love it because now the X-Men where I usually enjoy reading them, in the shadows, on the run, fighting for survival. That's my favorite X-Men. So this is now an even better run than perhaps what it was before. Perhaps I wasn't sold on it before, but I'm feeling it now. So Orchis have literally ripped apart the foundations of mutant kind. So we get a flashback about Kitty Pryde around the time of when she first went through the gates, and she broke her, I think she broke her nose. And she was worried she wasn't a mutant, but she is a mutant, etc. And the fact that she can't go through them was made her a little bit more special. And there's the little bit about, does she still believe in God, which she does, etc. And God always has a plan. So snap it, going back to, it says X weeks ago. I'm going to say 10 weeks ago. So SHADOWKAT goes into the old X mansion where she receives this letter. You will forever be the weapon that made you SHADOWKAT, Ogun. So she is going back to her ninja things, and you can see there she's a little bit bloody. We're going to find out more about that throughout this issue. So she is now on the run, and Orchis have laid the foot of the deaths of the humans at the Hellfire Gala on mutant kinds, and she is now wanted. Kitty Pryde is wanted. Dr. Status is using everything in his power to gain support for Orchis, and everything is against mutant kind. So they are laying down their rules, etc. One is around Firestar being on their side, and we know she's not a real traitor, but she's been led to believe she is a traitor just to get her in the thing. And Xavier's cult is taken to an end. Now they are treating everybody the best they can. They are either trying to get them back into humanity by giving them the injections that make them human, or they are dropping them off at Mars. There is also a lookout for Captain Krakoa and his evil brotherhood that caused disruption in the Avengers X-Men Free Comic Book Day, which was also a trap. Now you got to remember that Captain Krakoa came about in the as a result of them killing off Cyclops, so he can be himself again as well. They are also putting in measures on the moon to prevent Mars from going to war with humans, and also to ensure that they cannot. He's also using, Filong is using Stark technology to ensure that they are not going to be doing anything there as well. And all the gates are shut off, etc. So, Dr. Status now wants... So sorry, going back a step. So Filong wanted the president to support Orchis Act, etc., those sort of things. So, and Dr. Status wants Cyclops to come out because he is the X-Men, face of the X-Men, is the X-Men, whatever you want to call him. He coming out and saying that he was part of whatever it is that he wants them to do in terms of this mutant massacre, so that trials and convictions can happen and move this all along so that mutant kind cannot return to Earth. That's what he wants. However, Cyclops isn't going to have any of that. He is a rebellion. However, he has had a surgical procedure on his eyes. His eyes are sewn up, so have they removed his eyes? What have they done? It's hard to tell. Perhaps we'll find out more about that in these issues. However, Cyclops is clear. The X-Men will come, but there are no more X-Men. They don't exist. Treehouse is gone, and the humans are calling for their death. Okay, meanwhile, the underground Morlock tunnels, which was grounds for the first mutant massacre, are serving as their base of operations for the X-Men. So you've got Cinch, you've got Talon, you've got Rasputin 4, and you've got Miss Marvel, and you've got SHADOWKAT returning from a thing. But SHADOWKAT is literally doing everything sort of by herself. She is not working in this team. So Cinch sews her up, etc. And Key Pride lays it on the line, saying that, you know, when she looks at Rasputin 4, she's reminded of their failures, for Krakoa's failures, etc. When she sees Miss Marvel shouldn't be an X-Man. She's not ready to be an X-Man, etc. The thing with Kate Pride, she is so exhausted, she is fine sloppy. That's why she's getting hurt, etc. So, there we have it. So, Kate is going to go off on another run, etc. Meanwhile, we get this little monologue about mutants and what is happening on the Mars, or Acro. I forgot what it's called, Ariel. And I've got to admit, there can't be many of the Ariel out there after the Externals, Avengers, X-Men event from last year as well, because a lot of those were killed by Uranus. So there's got to be a lot of that. But there's civil war on that planet, etc. So Kitty Pryde goes in. She is spotted. She doesn't expect to be spotted. So she warns Woofer, who was saved by the X-Men a few issues ago. And she says, find out who can do what. You are an X-Man now. You got to keep it quiet. See if you can find any of these people. Polaris, Forge. I think Havoc was in there. I can't remember. So she's saying, but just keep it quiet. Now, I need a distraction. I just wanted to come in here, get a lay of the land, and go off. Because anybody who knows if she's able to travel through these gates, it will send up a warning and it can counter against that. And that's what she doesn't want. That's why she is called SHADOWKAT again. That is why she is living in the shadows. So, Woofer does that. Good lad. And he starts asking about Polaris. We soon learn of Forge. So, at Hellfire Gala, Forge was talking about reducing poverty, etc., by creating these homes. That was a gift, and he was sent through the gate. He was I can't remember reading that in the actual book, so perhaps it's a side story, and perhaps it's in Children of the Vault 1, because that's what you referred to here. So you'd have to find out what's happening in Forge in that issue. We also get Hazel, aka Emma Frost, who has a broken nose. I forgot to mention that when I did the Hellfire review. It was ironic that she got a broken nose by going back into that gate. I completely forgot. I was really annoyed at myself afterwards. And it was mainly because my camera kept cutting out because I'd run out of storage on there. So I was a wee bit annoyed, but I mention it now. She broke her nose, and you can see it there. She takes Camilla home. She gives her a new lease of hope of life, because she has erased her family's memories of her death. She's also sorted out so there's no death certificate, no way of knowing that she's deaf, and she can live a normal life. She just has to be here. Now, to do this, Emma has to take off whatever she's got on her, hiding her mutant abilities, which means that they are all being scanned on this earth. So any mutant powers they use, they are using that against them. So Miss Marvel was given an out. She did not take it because she felt like it was wrong that the X-Men were being persecuted the way they are. We also get, so the Avengers, so Unity Squad is back up. I have pre-ordered those issues. I'm not sure whether I'll do ongoing reviews, but I feel like right now I'm really interested in doing them, so I will be reviewing that as that comes out. And then we get this moment with Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde. So Kitty Pryde saying that the world has ended and maybe we helped give it a push. And Emma says, no, we don't say that. We're giving in to what our abusers want us to behave. They want us to behave this way. Now, and she wants to know what happened. What happened that day she fell through a gate. This is Kitty Pryde. This is the purest X-Men ever. She's like, it's her innocence. She's very much like Nightcrawler in the way that she's always behaved, perceived. No, that's not the right word. She's always been that person. So I've kind of lost my train of thought. So she comes flying through the gate, and they decide to take her in. However, she disrupts their electronics and tells them to surrender. This is your opportunity to surrender. I don't want to kill any of you tonight, and I'll make sure you're treated right, unlike the way that you've treated us tonight. So it's your chance to surrender. They say no here and laugh. You're a high-value target off the Quiet Council, trained by Xavier, and we want to hear you begging. What they forget is she was also trained by Ogun, Wolverine. She is a trained friggin' ninja. And in this moment, she loses herself. She says, you know, Krakoa was a place of laws, and one of those laws was to murder no man. It's gone now. That place no longer exists. I no longer have to adhere to those rules. And if she wants to keep this newfound hidden ability that she can go through the gates, now that they're compromised, she's been given that gift, and it makes sense she's been given this gift because she was never able to travel through them before. So it's a way of Krakoa and that technology saying, right, we need somebody who can go through them. You're it, Kitty Pryde. You're the best person because nobody expects you now, because it's been that running joke that you can go through them. So Pryde's training takes over, and she pretty much just gets stuck in. They get stuck in each other, pulled into the ground. She is killing left, right, and center. And they think that they've got the advantage. They do not have any advantage. She blows them up. Oh, sorry, I didn't time that very well. Kaboom. Blood gushing everywhere. This guy's trying to communicate. No, that is not happening. She's straight in there. This guy says, the X-Men saved me. They saved me in one of the issues where they came flying out in space. And this guy was saved. And, you know, and she says, yeah, that's what the X-Men do. They save everyone they can, even their enemies. Shame. Those X-Men are dead now. This is just pure blood vengeance. Gone. And she retrieved her swords, and SHADOWKAT was reborn. And that's how it was left. She's got a war to win. That's all she's interested in now. This is no longer the Kitty Pryde we once knew. This is a new Kitty Pryde. And she's not willing to be part of an X-Men team. She's just going to go do her thing. And she doesn't need any help this time because, you know what? She's going to go kill Firestar. Brilliant. Fan-freaking-tastic. I absolutely love it. That's the direction this is going in. It's brilliant. So, Grindhouse of X, Fall of X-Men. So, she's got some pictures there of who's who from the shadows. Yeah, I like it. Magneto can no longer use his gate. Thank Orchis. Magneto's dead, right? That's interesting. I'm a wee bit behind on some of the other issues. So, coming up, we got X-Men 26, but got some new issues coming out. You got Astonishing Iceman, Children of the Vault, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance Alpha. That sounds interesting. Alpha Flight 1, Dark X-Men 1, Ghost Rider 17, that's interesting, Uncanny Avengers 1. And then you still got X-Men Red, still got Immortal X-Men, I believe Wolverine and X-Force is going to continue as well. So yeah, what a damn good issue. I loved it. I absolutely really did enjoy it. Even the downfall of Kitty Pryde and going all out, bloody, etc. So I hope you enjoyed it too as well. So there it is. There is my run through of X-Men 25. I'm looking forward to the next issue. If you like my channel, please support my channel by subscribing. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to drop these in there. I have to wear glasses now because I'm no longer able to read. And I've just realized that perhaps I didn't set up my light as well for you. So I apologize as well. I've just realized that. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel. We appreciate that. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. Thank you to, if I said that. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to my channel. And embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.